All right, welcome everyone to our Cabo training. I am excited to share with you all. Just hold tight 1 second while I get this up. All right, do you guys all see the screen okay? Great,
Yes.
wonderful. All right, well, welcome everyone. I am excited to share with you to really help you to walk away tonight feeling equipped with earning Cabo next year. Now, we know that there are a lot of perks in our business and a trip comes and goes. So a lot of the strategies that I'm going to give you tonight are not just to earn the trip to Cabo, which of course is wonderful and amazing, and Shackley always wines and dines you, but really these are strategies that are also going to help move your business forward. So as we begin tonight, I would love to hear from you. If you have earned a trip with Shackley before, how many trips have you earned? Or if you have a goal of making this your very first trip, I'd love to hear from you in the comments to just gauge how many trips you have earned or would like to earn. So if you do not know me or if you're not familiar, my name is Katie Odom. I am a master coordinator with Shackley, and I have over 13 years of experience building a Shackley business. Previously, before I did Shackley, I was a teacher. And so I'm very drawn to simple systems. I'm very drawn to helping people save time, work smart, and really learn how to feel equipped when it comes to being able to earn the trip and also help grow your business as well. I'm also very passionate because I am still very much working Shackley about providing you with training that is working today. I am someone that is in the trenches with you, that is working and always looking to grow my business. So everything I learn, I hope will be an encouragement to you to help you as well. So first I want to take a little step back, and before we begin to talk about strategies, I want to talk about the importance of vision casting. And I want to ask you tonight, do you really believe that you can earn Cabo? When I first started my Shackley business 13 years ago, I will be honest, I did not think I could ever qualify for a trip. I did not think that I would be very successful in Shackley. I had a lot of limiting mindset beliefs. And so I want to encourage you right now, today, to think about any limiting beliefs that might be holding you back. Maybe you're discouraged with where your business is at. Maybe you're frustrated, you're not growing. These are all common things we experience as business owners. But I want to start by asking you, do you really believe that you can earn this? And I want you to feel tonight confident that you are able to earn it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you are capable of earning this trip to Cabo. But you have to believe it and you have to be able to visualize it and come up with a strategy and a plan to help you get there. So the first thing I want to encourage you is, well, why do we even want to work towards the trip? Why is it even important? Well, a lot of the things that Shackley is encouraging us to do is to help us in our business. So if you haven't already done so, I really encourage you to print out the tracker that Shackley provides you with in our back office. Print it out and start looking at that. Keep that next to your laptop, your desk, your office, so that you can check in to see where you're at and how far you need to go to earn the trip. This is also a reminder as we go to work, because we want to know, okay, right now as I'm looking at my tracker, I need to get better about team building points, or right now as I'm working on my tracker, I need to get better about bringing on new ambassadors. So no matter where you're at, it helps hold you accountable to know the areas in our business that we need to grow and work on. But it's not just about earning the trip, it's also about what earning the trip does for your business. So often, when I'm on a trip or talking about a trip, I will have people that are reaching out to me about the business because they can see what is possible for them. And so it also helps validate you as a business owner and what you are capable of. And when we are showing other people what we're capable of, that helps build our confidence with other people. Also, the VIP trip can help us because it creates a little bit of urgency. It really helps us work monthly and quarterly to our goals. It helps drive action that is consistent in our business. It helps increase our volume. And I'm so sorry, my cat just turned on our piano. This has never happened. Hold on one second. I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh. I'm so sorry. I cannot believe my cat did that. Okay. It helps to increase volume and our income, which is something that we're all working to do. And it helps create excitement as we attract other people and build confidence and build belief in what we are doing. So, what I want to do tonight is I want to walk through the 7 ways to earn the trip. And I want to break it down into strategies behind each of the 7 ways to earn the trip. Because if you don't understand how to earn the trip, it's going to be very difficult to get on the trip. So, first, we need to understand the 7 key places to focus on to help us in our business. So, the first one is sponsoring. We know if we want to grow in our business, we have to work on bringing on new ambassadors and new clients to our business. This should be a non-negotiable in our business. Every month I have a goal of bringing on more new people. This is really important because this continually helps us to grow in our business. One of the things that we do too is we have on occasion what we like to call a sales challenge. And we just put this out to our team where we schedule a monthly Star Club sprint. And this could be something you could implement today. This could be something you could implement after summit. But it's just a way to get people engaged and get people excited about the potential of Star Club. And many of you are probably already familiar with this, but in case you're not, Star Club is obviously when we bring on any 3 new enrollments with a total of $500. And we have so many new launches that have been this month and next month, so it's a great time to be introducing new products to new people. Now, the question is, well, where do these new people come from? This is something I'm always looking to improve, always looking for how can we grow and attract new people. So this is why we need to have a very large pipeline. And so when I talk about pipelines, it's really important because it means that we always have new people that we're reaching out to. And so, for example, I want to give you a couple examples of how you can attract new people starting this week. I want you to think about your ideal client. For me personally, it's oftentimes someone struggling to lose weight, someone struggling with hormones, low energy. And so some of the things I might do is I might offer a lead magnet that will help attract new people to me. So I know right now, one of the things that's very trendy is protein, right? And so what if you offered a snack guide that had 30 high protein snack recipes? Or what if you, as we head into the summer, think about smoothies and how to have more protein in your smoothies, get some vegetables in your smoothie, and offer a smoothie guide. Or just recently, one of the things we did was we had a decluttering and cleaning planner. We know a lot of people this time of year are spring cleaning. And so, how about we create a checklist where people can start to spring clean? They can check things off as they're going through cabinets and getting things cleaned. And in all of these guides, what's really helpful is we integrate Shackley along the way. So it might vary based on who your ideal client is, but this is a great way of reaching new people. One of the things also that I've been starting to do and I'm learning more about, if you don't want to do a lead magnet, is to think about a quiz. A lot of people like to take quizzes. And so this is something that you can actually do on Google Forms, and it's completely for free. You can create these. These quizzes I actually did on an app called Boards, Boards. And what's really nice about this is it allows you to send a quiz to someone, and when they input the results, you get all of those. Now, I do love meology, but the meology health assessment is limited, and I often have more questions that I need from my potential client. I want to know what their energy is like throughout the day. I want to know what their stress level is like. I want to know if they struggle with brain fog. And so collecting this information is really important as we go to serve our ideal client. Now, we know today we launched our new vitamin C serum that I'm really excited about. And right now we're hosting a Mother's Day group that's going really, really well. And one of the ways that I can follow up with the people that are in that group is I can say, hey, I noticed you were interested in learning more about our C serum. Would you have 2 minutes to complete this quiz so I can best serve you or I can best help you, depending on the language you want to use? This is very easy to set up. And like I said, if you don't want to use the Boards app, you can use the Google form as a way to get more information as well. What's really nice on these quizzes too that you can send digitally to people is that at the bottom, you're going to collect their name, their email address, and I think that's it. Their name and their email address, which is really important because as you are collecting this information, now you have a way to follow up with them. So my encouragement as we think about sponsoring is to think more clearly about what you can offer that's of value to help attract your ideal client. Now, I will also say, because there's lots of different lead magnets you can do, make sure to pick one and stick with it for a couple weeks or even 2 to 3 months. And then you can always change or shift gears. But this allows you to kind of hone in and really focus on one thing. I also want to go through briefly about building a business funnel. Now, I'm going to go more in depth with this in my VIP Vault training this month, at which I'll talk more about at the end. But really, what I want to talk about is the power of attracting, nurturing, converting, and retaining people. So when we have a good, solid social media post, a lead magnet, which could be a free guide, it could be a checklist, it could be a recipe book, it could be a skincare quiz. Whatever it is, this is a way to attract your potential client. Then you're going to help nurture them in either your email list, your VIP group, your wellness community. And then our goal is to help convert them to becoming a member and then retain and then repeat and hopefully even potentially get a business partner, which I'll talk more about here in just a minute. But this is a really powerful way because right now social media is drawn to adding value. And so when you can stand apart and add value, that is really going to help you to attract your ideal client or ideal ambassador. Okay, so now we're going to shift gears a little bit to sponsoring of ambassadors. And now, when we think about sponsoring of ambassadors, whenever we help people get started, we really want to help them get started with at least $100 order. In fact, we always try and encourage 150 because then they're getting free shipping, obviously, and everyone loves free shipping. But you're going to get 5 points that way. And so when we help sponsor, we want to think about where to find ambassadors. And for me personally, where I find them are our customer base. Oftentimes, our customers can potentially be our best ambassadors, our wellness communities that we're doing, social media, or hosting events. So one of the events we did last month that was really successful, that we had multiple people sign up for the business, was I believe it was called, I can't remember the exact title, but it was basically an event that we did for 2 days where we just went live and we shared more about the business. And we had people highlight different parts of the business and what the advantages to becoming an ambassador are in that event. And that was all done on Facebook in a group format that we done. Those tend to be very, very successful. especially when you can have people go live and share their Shackley story that's brief, between 3 and 5 minutes, helps give people a sneak peek at the possibility of what it could mean for them. Now, when we think about sponsoring of ambassadors, the third part of the trip we want to think about is helping our new ambassadors succeed. So, this is where we can get an additional 15 points. So, there's a little bit of urgency here because when we help our ambassador do 500 in product sales their first 90 days, you earn a total of 15 ambassador sales points. Otherwise, it's 10 points. So, what does that mean? That means when we sign up an ambassador, make sure that they are ready. I would never push someone to becoming an ambassador if they weren't really wanting to grow and build a business, because really, especially in the new plan, you want to make sure that an ambassador truly is an ambassador that wants to build a business. Now, do we always know that an ambassador is going to do the things to help them? No, but we are going to really help them launch well, which I'll talk a little bit more about here in their first 90 days to help you, but also to help them, because we know the stats are when people earn income as quick as possible, that helps them to continue on in Shackley. So, what are the 4 things we can do with a new ambassador? So, the best thing that we have found over the last really 13 years since I've started in Shackley is to help them launch their business well. How do we help them launch their business well? The first phase is we have to build belief. This is the phase in which your new ambassador doesn't yet know about all the products. They might not know your full story. So, this is our opportunity to educate them, to help plug them into our community where they can learn more about the potential of what this could mean for them. This is also a chance to not overwhelm them with the 300 and over 50 products we have, but to help narrow down the focus and choose a couple of our top products or a couple of the ways that you find to be the most successful to get started, and then to start building their beliefs. Here is what's possible for you too. Borrowing belief until they have theirs. So, how do we help them? We help simplify their launch by helping them to get their first win. How do we help them get their first win? We help them invite well to their launch event. We always encourage people, the best way to help get started is for you to launch your business. How would you like to launch your business? Would you like to do it in person? If you're local, you can support them that way. Or would you like to do it online through Zoom or through Facebook? We give people the option. And if you might be wondering, well, what if people don't want to do a launch? Well, it's going to be hard for them. It's going to be challenging because every business that opens their doors has some kind of grand opening. The coffee shop down the road, when they open up their coffee shop, they have a special grand opening, a ribbon cutting. It's the same thing for our business. And we want to help that new ambassador earn $225. How? Through helping them hit Star Club their first 90 days. And let me tell you, this is actually possible their first month in the business. I believe and I know that they can start their business this month and they can hit Star Club that same month. And so, what are we going to do next? So, after we help them with their launch, we're going to help them build trust and visibility. We're going to help them with their social media because not everybody might know how to build on social media. They are going to need training on how to invite. That's why it's really important that you help give them wording that fits well for them or for you, as an example. So, for example, this is some wording we had. Hey, Rachel, I wanted to share some exciting news with you. I recently was struggling with XYZ, and my friend introduced me to a Beyond Organic company, Shackley. Shackley is a renowned health and wellness company, And they have the most clinically proven products in the world. I learned some simple habits. I'm hosting a grand opening on this date. I'll have some fun prizes just for coming. It would mean a lot to me if you came. Would you like an invite to check it out? Now, let me just give you a tip with inviting. If you can call and invite, that's really the best. Or if you can leave a voice message, that's better too. Just because people can hear your voice, they can hear your excitement, and people want a personal invite. So we always tell people, don't group message, send a personal invitation to each person that you would like there. So then we're going to help them launch and start sharing about their grand opening on social media. And we're going to encourage them. They don't need to be an expert. We just need you to be coachable and to help learn along the way. One of the things that's helpful when I find a team member gets stuck is I might say to them, hey, can you send me a screenshot of how you invited or what you sent to your potential client? And then that way it helps me give feedback on, well, I noticed in your message you didn't end with a question. If you didn't end with a question, people aren't going to respond. So I find if you end with a question, that really helps. So we are there to help guide them, to help support them, and to help coach them in their success. And then lastly, we want to plug them into a system. And that this system might look differently for you depending on your team, but we want to help them feel supported and empowered. So, how do we help them? First, one of the things that's always really helpful is a daily tracker. This helps narrow down their focus. It helps you to see the areas of their business they are working on or maybe that they need to work on. We always have a team call, weekly calls that are really helpful. And my team knows that there's always an event of some sort almost every month that they can invite to. So, like I said, this month we did a big Mother's Day appreciation event. And this has been really, really successful. We invited a lot of moms, we helped pamper them and help them feel excited. And today we launched the new C serum inside that group. So my team knows, okay, we have this event that we can invite to. So I want you to think about how to help your ambassador. Maybe it's setting up a 7-day launch chat or a messenger group or a mentorship group. You want to help provide some sort of system so that your team knows what to do to succeed. Okay, retention. This is so important in your business because we could be bringing in all new people, but if we are not retaining them, it's just an open door, right? That's just never ending and you're on a hamster wheel. So retention is absolutely critical in our business. And I'm so glad that Shackley saw this year and they added in this new category because now you are going to be rewarded 1 to 2 points every month that a new client who has ordered or started ordering this year, when they reorder. And we get more points, we get 2 points when they go on loyalty. Now, let me help you a little bit with strategy with points. My encouragement is to help people get started on loyalty right away. How do you do that? Well, one of the things you do is you offer to place the order for people the first time. I understand this does take a little bit more time on your part, but this way it helps remove any frustrations with glitches or errors that sometimes our system has. It makes sure that any kind of code or any kind of free gift or, for example, the Life Shake this month on sale is added without them forgetting. And what you might say to them is, I am going to help put you on loyalty right now. You're going to get an email reminder a week before it goes out. I'm also going to put in my planner to reach out to you and see if you need any updates next month. But this way, we can help you start to earn points to redeem as free gifts right away. Now, if somebody says, I don't want to go on loyalty, that's okay. You don't have to put them on loyalty, obviously. We don't want to ever put people on loyalty without their permission. But we are going to be confident when we're talking to people that they're going to want to go on loyalty right away. Why? Because then they can start to accumulate points right away. Then month 2, you're going to start to get 2 points then during your second month after they after they first go on loyalty. So how to keep this straight, let me tell you, because this is a little bit confusing with the whole retention points. This is my encouragement to you. You can get this inside the vault, or you can create this yourself, or you can use a notebook and pen, however it is, but you're going to write down every single new member that you sponsor this year. You're going to put their names down, and you're going to be very clear on when they join and if they were on loyalty or not. Why? Because this helps you narrow in on retention. It helps you to focus in, okay, today, Stephanie Rogers got the serum, so I want to make sure that I'm checking in with her in a week to see how she's doing, how she's liking it, so that my goal is she reorders on loyalty and we're getting those 2 points. Otherwise, if they're not on loyalty, that's 1 point. Make sure to read the fine print of that because the retention is a little bit, there's some details to that. But you want to get very clear on who your new members are. Also, make sure you have a new member process. However that looks for you, I have a checklist in which I know, okay, I need to send out a new member welcome email. I want to make sure to send them a thank you card in the mail, go over my new member appointment with them, invite them to my VIP group. Again, these systems really help because every time you bring someone new on, you have a clear way of following up with them. When we follow up well, what happens? Our retention goes up. And retention, like I said, is really, really important in our business. I have people, and I know many people on this call as well, that have been ordering from me since I started my business. That's incredible, the power of retention. Now, when we talk about new member benefits, if you're not familiar with that, that's just a short overview that you give your new clients of all the benefits of membership, free shipping opportunities, the loyalty program, all the various product lines that we have, monthly specials, and the business opportunity. So this is something that I provide for people inside the vault that's really helpful because these slides are already done for them and they can record that video and send it to new members. One of the things I do is I offer a free small gift at the end when a member watches the 10-minute video. It's a vitamin D or a dish hand soap, something small, but it incentivizes them to take 10 minutes to watch the video. Why this is so important? So they can learn loyalty. They can learn more about the business. They can learn more about how we can best serve them. So if you do not have a new member system set up, make sure to get started on that. That will really help with your retention, and it'll also help your team duplicate as well. Also, when someone brand new gets started with a $150 order, they're going to get 25 loyalty points that they get to redeem. I believe it's their first 90 days. If it's not, someone correct me in the comments. But any new member that joins with 150 gets these 25 points. This is important because it helps introduce them to our loyalty program. They get a little taste of it. Now, I put this graphic together that's helpful because I will tell you with the loyalty program, people don't always know how many points or what products they can get for free. So give them examples. Help them to see what they can use their points with. Also, little tip with loyalty points, cleaners, because they are lower PV, are a great thing to use our loyalty points for. So helping our clients to maybe perhaps you get some of the cleaners that they can redeem. And it's a great way to help showcase our loyalty program to them. Okay, now we're going to talk about team building. So there is a lot of points possible with rank advancement. We know that you can earn up to 155 points when you maintain a new paid as rank for 4 months. The great thing about this Zoom today in May is we have plenty of time left in this year to earn the trip. Now we are in the second quarter, so you might have a little bit of catching up to do, but I fully believe that you can earn the trip when you get
Hi,
started
Connie.
and when you get serious about building your business today.
In
Okay,
the from your email into the
guys
OPA.
all make sure you're muted, please.
Oh.
Struggling to find where that is. Okay. What's really important is to learn the power of duplication. So as we think about rank advancement, I want you to think about what are the things that you do in your business that your team can duplicate. Let me give you an example. One of the things we do in our business every month is we host some sort of event. Like I said earlier, we're doing a Mother's Day appreciation event. This is duplicatable because my team can invite to that as well, and they can use that event. So everything we do, we want to duplicate. Also, I just did a training on duplicating directors, which is really important for a stable business that's available inside the vault that I did last month. If you're looking for more help and more in-depth work on how to duplicate more directors. So as we think about team building, remember there's something new this year with the trip, and that is if you are not a new director in your first year, you do have to be a senior director in order to earn this trip. Now, I know there are many directors that are working towards this, and this is a big thing we want to start working on now because we want to start thinking about new people that we can develop. And what's really neat is we can earn up to 150 points per person in this business leader development. So, how do we do this? First, we know we want to find an ambassador. That's going to give us 5 points. Our second step is going to be to help them get to $500 within their first 90 days. You might even put a little incentive in there when they set up their launch within a few weeks of their business. Hopefully they're motivated and driven and they need the income. That could be a great motivation, but that's our second step. And when you help them get to director, you earn 50 points. So that's a total of 70 points right there for helping someone get to director. And depending on where you are in your business, you may also get rank advancement points. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're a director right now and you find a new ambassador, you get them to 500 within their first 90 days, then you help them get to director. You are going to get 70 points and you're also going to get the rank advancement points for senior director. So there are a lot of points possible this way. So this shows us that when we're trying to maximize points, this is a big way we can really hone in to help get the most amount of points. Also, I'm very big into goal setting. So as we think about the trip, we want to think about what are the quarterly incentives we can work towards. And from the quarterly incentives, we want to think about monthly goals. So as we think about our activity points, this is the 7th way to earn the trip is, or 7th way to earn points is activity points. Now, let me tell you about the activity points. This is some of the easiest ways to get points for the trip. Why? Because first of all, I hope you're ordering on loyalty every single month. So that's 12 points right there. I hope you're going to Summit because then that will give you, 15 points. If you are working towards the quarterly, like we talked about too, if you hit every single quarter, you're going to get 50 points. That's a lot of points. And then also you have a way of doing meology assessments and getting points that way as well. You get 5 points for every 30 assessments. So the activity points should just be things we're already doing in our business that we're getting rewarded for. So it's just important to note these because they are really some of the simplest ways that we can earn points. Okay, I do want to talk a little bit about my secret weapon in earning the trip and helping other people, and that is through the May VIP vault. So, if you're not familiar, it's a monthly vault that I provide for ambassadors that has done for you systems and tools in your business that best helps you attract new people, boost your paycheck, lead a team, and everything you need to feel equipped in your systems. I know on my journey to master, I realized we needed more systems. Systems is what duplicates. And so, one of the things I'm really passionate about is helping the field and providing the field with the same system. So, for example, when you bring on a new ambassador, you have access to my ambassador launch guide. When you host an in-home event, you have access to my in-home guide. It's everything you need to help launch someone. It's everything you need to help host an in-home event. I have my customer care checklist in there, my new member benefits. And so, as we think about our business, we want to make sure we have the tools and systems in place for your team. These are a couple just different reviews that people have said about saving a lot of time, helping because, in our business, we're limited on time. And this is why it's so important that our time is going towards income producing activities. And so, as we think about our business, I'm really excited because this month I'm going to be providing a more in depth training on how to master your next product launch. So, I provided for everyone in the VIP not only a launch checklist every time we have a new product. What are the things we need to be doing to launch this product well? And let me tell you, my team, we do new launches very well. Why? Because we have a system we follow to help launch it well. And so I know the serum launched today. You can get access to that, but also next month, we have a lot of new launches as well. And so, what do you need to do in order to launch a new product well and to feel equipped with that? Also, our Pina Colada Life Shake book, which is a great free gift that you can offer clients so that they have lots of recipes with the Pina Colada Life Shake. Also, in June, you'll be getting a pre-summit guide that's really helpful on strategies to help you prepare for summit. What do you need to do before and during summit to best help you in your business? And actually, I'm going to wait to hold on to that announcement till the end. So I want to talk and just end with an action plan for earning the Cabo trip. So I want us to think about mini goals because let me tell you, earning 250, 350 points might feel overwhelming to you right now. But if we break it down into quarterly and monthly goals, it feels less overwhelming. So maybe one goal you have this month is to hit Star Club, bring on a new ambassador, and help them get to 500. This is a great mini goal because it's doable, it's not overwhelming, and it's also going to help jumpstart your business and help you. But you have to track your points. So how are you tracking your points? Make sure you print out that tracker so that you know where you're at and where you need to be. Maybe perhaps you're at 100 points right now, and so you know you need to get at least 150 more points by the end of the year, or if you want silver, the 350 points by the end of the year. And also remember, you don't have to be the biggest seller. You just need a system, and we just need to be consistent. So let's go through our action steps, and then I will open this up for any questions. So as we think about Cabo, we want to understand the point system. Make sure to understand, how do we earn points? What is your baseline? How many points do you have now? What do you need to do to qualify? And then I want you to think about a 3-month point goal. May, June, and July, where do you want to be point wise? Maybe, for example, I need 200 more points by the end of the year. So my goal is to get 75 points by the end of July. 75 points feels a lot less overwhelming than 200 points. So my focus for these 3 months is those 75 points. Then I'm going to set another mini goal after July. I also just want to encourage you. This is a really, really good time in Shackley because we are about to have our summit. And anytime we do new launches, it helps everyone. It helps everyone grow their customer base. It helps everyone attract new ambassadors. So this is a prime time in our business. We also want to map out what our monthly action plan is. One of the things that everyone gets from me inside the Vault too is a marketing calendar for the month. And this is important because you want to know what your month looks like. Every single month, I map out my month and I put in there what my goals are, what events I'm going to host, what training I'm going to do. And also, this is where you can save so much time because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to create the systems. You don't have to create the lead magnets. They're all done for you. And if you're wondering, "Oh, where do I start first?" Where I would start first with systems is making sure you have a new member benefit systems in place. That is absolutely important to have nailed down as soon as possible. Then you can work on onboarding new ambassadors and so on. Thinking about hosting monthly events, this is a great time to do in-person events because the weather's nicer and people are getting together. Tracking your daily habits and thinking about, well, are you reaching out to people? Are you following up? Are you sharing consistently? Whenever I fill out the Shackley tracker, it always holds me accountable to where I need to work more on. And celebrate and share your wins. I encourage you, if you're working towards the Cabo trip, work alongside other people in Shackley or other people on your team so you can encourage each other. Having accountability groups, support groups are so helpful. And I find the more that people are connected to other people in Shackley, the more they stick around long term. And so the more we can introduce people to the community. Summit is also a great place for that as well. Um, that helps as well. Okay, I know I covered a lot, and I just want to take a minute to ask if there are any questions on specifically earning the Cabo trip. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll check the chats too to see if there's any questions. Feel free to unmute yourself. Let's see, there's a question about, do you mean they earn 500 on their first 90 days? Um, can you remind me when I was talking about the 500? I think I was referring to 500 in sales total. So when you help a new ambassador reach 500 in total sales, their first 90 days, then you get those points. I hope that helped, Gwen. And then is it correct that we need to be a senior director for any trip? Well, for the VIP elite trip, you need to be senior director. And they just made that change this past year. A couple years ago, it actually was always coordinator. So they did make that change this year, and you do have to be a senior director unless this is your very first year in Shackley, and then you can be at the rank of director. I hope that helps. Also, somebody said I lost them, so I wanted to go back on steps 3 and 4 so they could see that. Any other questions anybody has?
I don't really have a question, Katie, but I just wanted to say thank you. Like, this is amazing and it's really inspiring because you took so much time to do this. So I just wanted to reach out and say thank you for sharing this with us.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I also want to mention one of the parts that's so special about the Shackley trip isn't just that you get to go somewhere really neat, but it's also the relationships you build with other people, the relationships you're able to spend time with people, spend time with your team, spend time with your family members that you bring. My kids, still remember Shackley trips because they were just so special. And so it's not just about going somewhere nice. It's also about that special time you get with the Shackley community. And that I believe is truly invaluable. And so I just want to encourage you and just end if there's no other questions. Um, so if you qualify as a first-time director, even if it's not your first year. So you have to be a senior director if you've been in Shackley for over a year as an ambassador, then you have to be at the rank of senior director. But the nice part with that is that you do have until, I believe it would be September, right? So you do still have a couple months to really help work on developing another director. But developing directors and duplicating directors in your business is super, super important. If you want to build an organization and a strong business, you need to learn to build directors who build directors and duplicate. That is really, truly what will help you get through the ranks. And it's just a foundation that we have in Shackley is that director rank. Okay, and then yes, I will. Oops. I'm gonna stop the share here. Um, oh, Sarah, did you have a question?
Yeah, hi Katie. Thank you. This
Hi.
was terrific. I mean, wow, it's you put a lot of work into this. Thank you so much. I'd be curious to learn about your VIP program.
Oh, yes, I was just going to put that up. I have to just link it here. Okay, so I will talk about this. Okay, so I just put a link up. So every single month, you get a bundle that is geared towards that month. So in the month of May, it has Pina Colada Life Shake recipe book that you can use, and then the onboarding the new product checklist. Alongside that, you get graphics and you get email templates. So it's basically look at it as at the beginning of every month, you have almost everything you need for that month. You have graphics, social media post ideas, email templates, which let me tell you, the email templates will save you hours and hours of time. And to have an email, for example, today we launched the C Serum, and everyone inside the vault got access to my C Serum email template. So it probably took them 5 minutes to send the email after they got my template, uploaded it into their server, and they had the C Serum email ready to go. That saves them so much time so that they can focus on other important income producing activities. Alongside all the tools, you get one VIP in-depth training from me personally. And this month, it will be all about launching new products, how we launch new products, the systems we use. And so that is, hopefully that answers your question. And I did have the first 3 people who do join the VIP vault tonight are going to get an Amazon gift card from me as a way of just saying thank you for tuning in tonight. So if you are interested in that, there's a little extra perk for you to get started on that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
Yes.
wow. I was just looking at I pressed on the link. It looks like you put a lot of work into that. That's
Yes.
beautiful design, beautiful
Thank you.
graphics.
I appreciate that. It's you would if you were to hire a VA, you would be spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get what's inside that VIP vault that's very affordable. I've made it very affordable and very duplicatable. So the goal is you can customize everything, you can personalize everything. When you get that Life Shake book, you can personalize it to you. And so I really just look at what is the most successful tools and how can you have access to that as well. So
And
thank
all the member checklists and the whole new member process, all of it is in there, or even if you just sign up, let's say this month, and you haven't seen the material before, everything.
Yeah, it's everything is in there. And also you'll get access to a Facebook group that I have, and in there are guides. And so there's a guide all for new members. There's a guide all for onboarding ambassadors. So you immediately get access to all of that. The new product checklist will be available this week. Well, probably tomorrow. I have it done. I just need to post that. But it's just basically what to do before a launch, what to do during a launch, and what to do after a launch. Because when we have new products, we want to be thinking ahead, to plant seeds ahead of time. For example, I can't share one of the new products, but there are ways. So for the C serum, for example, it's how to create that curiosity before the C serum is launched. And there's some strategy behind that. Then what do you do the day of the launch? And then what do you do after the launch
I
to
don't
help
have the
have a
information,
successful
tell
launch?
her.
Um, and then, oh, is there a question somebody
If
has?
you have her in your thing,
Um,
just tell me to put
okay.
them in.
Okay.
Somebody's not on mute. Okay.
Yeah, okay, this is great. So how do we know usually what's coming down the pike to sort of send out teaser information?
Well, that's a good question. We have a call that we do with Robbie, and he helps us kind of see what's coming. But at the Punta Cana trip, this is another reason to get on the trip. They gave us all of the, well, not all of them, but several of the new products coming. And so there was a little sneak peek that they gave us. And I'm very excited what they showed us, because I think it's going to be in high demand. But I do believe we are able to say that there's going to be a big emphasis on protein. So that's going to be a big push. Any other questions?
Thank you, Katie, I appreciate it.
Yes, thanks for being on.
Katie,
Yes.
I'd like to thank you for opening this up to the Shackley Field. That's very generous. You did a fantastic job. Excellent. And we have some OPA members on that we changed our OPA meeting from tonight or later to your call. Thank you for letting us do that. Super
Yes.
job.
I'm glad you were able to be on.
So much.
And I will make sure to post the recording. I know some people weren't able to get that. And so I will have that recording available. And thank you all for being on. It was so good to see you all. And I hope to see you all in Cabo.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.